Okay. Don't know what's going on with that other memory card, but let's go ahead and see what kind of damage we can do in this one. Okay. Had a good piece of chalk, I was writing this just a little while ago. Okay, quadratic. Equations. And the quadratic formula. I'm not going to do a whole class on just quadratic equations, but we'll start with the quadratic formula because it always works. Okay, everything else sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. At least if you're trying to solve an equation. It also tells you everything you need to know about the graph of a quadratic function. Okay, first of all, quadratic equations. Hope I'm not misusing terminology. I can use x for the variable, or t. I can use anything for the variable. Usually it's an x or a t. And for the application we'll be doing in class, t is probably more generally useful than x, but it's interchangeable. If I replace all the t's by x's, everything still works. Okay? That look familiar?
Not really.
Okay. You gotta know this. You gotta know this, always. Memorize it, use it enough that you don't even have to worry about memorizing it, you'll just know it. Okay? But make sure you always know it. Never, after, say, this week, never come to class, never come to a test without making sure you know this. Okay? Okay? So let's take an example. Solve the equation. Now, of course, I've said that t and x and any other variable are interchangeable, so right away I'm going to use a different variable to emphasize that. Use the formula to solve this equation. Okay? Now, I'm going to ask you to do that, but I'm going to tell you a couple other things. Okay? And then you'll have reference to everything's on the board. Okay? Now, the graph looks just like the graph. Okay? But the vertex could be anywhere. That's one word. The vertex could be anywhere. Scale could be anything, which is kind of not a really mathematically specific. Now it looks like anything. Anything. Anyhow, you know what I mean. Scale could be anything. And the graph could be upside down. Okay? The vertex is at I don't want to say is at. Because then I'd be giving you a formula. I want you to get the connection with the quadratic formula. The vertex negative b over 2a. Okay? Now if you know the quadratic formula, you automatically know that. If you eliminate the plus or minus b squared minus 4ac, that's what you've got. Okay? So just this. Now there's a reason for that, and I'm not going to confuse you with it until later. Okay? But it's at x equals negative b over 2a. X equals negative b over 2a is a vertical line. Which is the axis of symmetry. For the graph. Okay? So first, what I want you to do is solve this. Then find the vertex I'm going to write out the whole word symmetry, but it's an abbreviation of symmetry, right? Close that in so we don't get too confused. So I want you to find the vertex and the axis of symmetry for this. All the information you need is here, and actually since I wrote it down, it's clearer than it's ever been to anybody in the history of mathematics. Well, hopefully it's clear. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating. Okay, so do that, and run over and get the copies. I'll be back in about 2 or 3 minutes.